Hello and welcome. Today we're bringing you some of the most destructive yet visually pleasing deliveries from the gentleman's game. Get ready to see stumps flying everywhere as we dive right in. First up, we have a bit of magic from the King of Swing's earlier days. Now retired from international cricket, English legend James Anderson has had the sort of career most bowlers can only dream of. This man could do wonders with a ball, which is why he ended up with 704 test wickets to his name. Here we have him bowling a wonderful outswinger to Zimbabwe's DT Hondo, angling into the stumps, swinging away in the air, and then straightening off the pitch to take the off stump for a walk. A delivery like this would have cleaned Hondo up even if he wasn't a tailender. Next up, a literal wrecking ball from one of Australia's most feared fast bowlers. Mitchell Johnson's prime didn't span a long time, unfortunately, but boy, it was fantastic while it lasted. For those of you who remember Johnson sporting his glorious handlebar moustache, you may also recall how he absolutely destroyed England during the 2013-2014 Ashes. The intimidating facial hair resulted in an alarming increase in pace, and what we have here is just one example of the thunderbolts this man was throwing at the English batsman. Bowling over the wicket to Jimmy Anderson, Johnson let rip a corker that pitched around the good length area, tailed back in sharply, and sent Anderson's middle stump flying. Poor Jimmy, getting a taste of his own medicine. South African legend Dale Steyn is another man who loved destroying the stumps at any chance he got. This man had it all: raw pace, lateral movement, and fierce aggression. The Steyn gun also had the remarkable ability to wreak havoc on all sorts of pitches, even the flatter ones in the subcontinent. During a test match against India, Steyn castled one of the most technically sound batsmen the game has ever seen, VVS Laxman. He bowled a jaffa from over the wicket that seemed to be angling into the stumps, only for it to straighten off the pitch and take Laxman's off-stump with it. Laxman's bat was left hanging in the air, and well, his off-stump was nowhere to be seen. Funnily enough, Steyn seemed to have a special liking for India, as he ended up with 43 wickets in the 10 tests he played against them. Here we have one of the quickest bowlers in the game today. When Englishman Mark Wood isn't plagued by injuries, he's bowling absolute rockets to batsmen who seem to have no answer for his pace. During the 2023 Ashes, Wood ran in from over the wicket to Usman Khawaja and bowled a brute of a delivery that went right through the Aussies' defences. The ball had come back in ever so slightly, leaving Khawaja high and dry, while his leg stump took a one-way trip to heaven. Any regular bowler and Khawaja would have driven this delivery down the ground for 4, but Wood isn't just any regular bowler now, is he? A video about stumps flying all over the place wouldn't be complete without the fastest bowler of all time, the fearsome Rawalpindi Express, Shoaib Akhtar. Apart from being insanely quick, this man was built like a tank and looked like a genuine gangster. Oh, and he used to run in to bowl from somewhere near the boundary rope. Talk about an intimidating sight. Here we have him dismantling VVS Laxman's stumps during an ODI against India. A fast in-swinger that zipped through Laxman's bat and pads straight onto the middle stump. A literal demolition job, as good as we've ever seen. Next up, we have a modern-day great doing what he does best. Aussie quick Mitchell Starc has recently made history after claiming his 400th wicket in his 100th test. A true expert across all formats, the tall left-armer has made a habit of knocking over batsmen with his famous in-swingers. During the 2019 ODI World Cup, Starc added Afghanistan's Mohammad Shahzad to his long list of victims by bowling his trademark jaffa. Perler from over the wicket that swung back sharply right through Shahzad's confused shot. The off-stump was sent flying, and Shahzad was booked an express ticket back to the pavilion. Fancy facing that on just the third ball of the match. Not a whole lot you can do there, mate. Ah yes, what we have next is a special delivery from a truly special bowler. Legendary left-arm extraordinaire, the Sultan of Swing, Mr. Wasim Akram. With over 900 wickets to his name across tests and ODIs, this man was a superstar of his time. During a particular test against the West Indies, was bowled a Yorker so brilliant it even caught the stumps off guard. Instead of cartwheeling backwards, the off and middle stump flew out of the ground sideways and in opposite directions. They still went a long way, and the batter, Keith Atherton, was left staring at his missing wickets in disbelief. To be fair, he wasn't the first batsman to be bamboozled by Was, and he certainly wasn't the last. There's nothing more wonderful than watching a new red ball swinging miles on an English pitch. Not only is it a great display of skill from the bowler, it is also a challenge of a lifetime for the batter in front. Here we have New Zealand's now retired left-arm pacer Neil Wagner producing such a display at Lord's. During a test match against England, the fiery pacer bowled what can only be described as a left-arm pacer's dream delivery against an unfortunate Nick Compton. A beautiful in-swinger from over the wicket, pitching on a good length and drawing Compton forward. But the big defensive lunge was no match for Wagner's accuracy, and the ball duly made its way through bat and pad to rattle the off-stump. Simply glorious. Fun fact, the now-retired Nick Compton was the grandson of revered English legend and cricketing hero Dennis Compton. A man so talented he finished his career with 39,000 runs to his name, including both first-class and international cricket. Surprisingly, he also played as a left-winger for a famous English football club. If you know which one, let us know in the comments below. Speaking of English legends, we have Stuart Broad next. With an astounding 847 career wickets across all formats, Broad retired in 2023 as a giant of the modern game. During a test match against New Zealand, the tall Englishman put Hamish Rutherford to the sword by sending his off-stump for a well-deserved straw. Bowling from over the wicket to the left-hander, Broad bowled a scrambled seam delivery that pitched and moved away from the batter's tentative push. The ball beat the outside edge in marvellous fashion, and that was pretty much it for Rutherford's innings. Honestly, Test cricket on English pitches is just brilliant to watch. Jasprit Bumrah is one name you probably hear a lot nowadays. Is that brilliant Indian pacer, the one with the unorthodox action, the man who bowls pinpoint Yorkers for fun and leaves batsmen looking foolish like they're getting paid to do so. The same man who single-handedly destroyed South Africa's hopes of winning their first ever major trophy in the 2024 T20 World Cup final. Yes, that Bumrah. Here we have him bowling one of his deadly Yorkers to England's Ollie Pope. This Yorker was so good that Pope couldn't have dug this one out with a shovel. The leg stump was sent flying to parts unknown, while the middle stump just flopped on the ground due to the sheer brilliance of this delivery. Bumrah is extremely fun to watch, but probably not as fun to face. Next up, we have Australia's Captain Fantastic, postman Pat Cummins delivering the goods. And not for the first time. This man loves to deliver, whether it's with his spot-on decision-making, his superb bowling, or his typical Aussie fielding. Here we have him bowling a Yorker so mesmerizing, so perfect, that you'll want to watch it again. The batter in question is Ollie Pope yet again. Poor guy can't seem to catch a break. And in swinging Yorker, tailing in from way outside off, right on the base of off-stump, knocking it clean out of the ground. It really doesn't get any more perfect than this. The execution here is simply off the charts. We've seen some pretty devastating dismissals so far. The one we're about to show you is right up there with the very best. The man responsible for this beauty is English speedster Jofra Archer. During the ongoing 2025 Test Series against India, Archer bowled a ripper to India's little dynamite Rishabh Pant. To give you some background, Pant had just come down the track on the previous delivery and belted Archer down the ground for 4 using just the one hand. No fast bowler takes kindly to this sort of disrespect, and on the very next ball, an angry Joff bowled a good length delivery from around the wicket that angled in and then straightened off the surface. Pant's off-stump was done for, as they say, and so was his little cameo. Trent Boult is another modern-day pacer with a left arm made of gold. While he has now retired from international cricket, the Kiwi veteran disturbed his fair share of furniture during his wonderful career, and he still continues to do so in franchise cricket around the world. While playing in the IPL in 2022, Boult came in from around the wicket to KL Rahul with a new ball. Not something you see left-arm pacers doing very often, but this man still delivered by bowling a big booming in-swinger that pitched and seamed back in even further. KL was left skating in the middle of his crease and the ball wrecked his leg stump. The commentator was spot on in describing this delivery as a bolt of lightning.
Trent Boult, a bolt of lightning.
Because it was exactly just that. While the Rawalpindi Express was being introduced to the world, there existed a man referred to as the Burriwala Express, a slingy, skiddy and extremely lethal right-arm pacer who revolutionized cricket with his unplayable reverse swing. We're of course talking about one half of the two legendary W's, Waqar Younis. Here we have Waqar showcasing his brilliant reverse swing abilities against Aussie legend Dean Jones. A full delivery that swung in late past Jones's lofted drive straight onto the middle stump. The top half of the middle stump was quite literally demolished as pieces of wood flew in all directions. Waqar then proceeded to do a cheeky little dance as Jones quietly made his way back to the pavilion. Lastly, we have a stunner from one of the most underrated bowlers in the world today, at least in our opinion. We're talking about Mohammad Shami, the man with the highest number of wickets for India in ODI World Cups. His seam position is unparalleled in modern-day cricket, and on his day, this man produces absolute magic. Here we have him knocking over David Warner during a test match in India. Bowling from around the wicket, Shami delivered a peach that just kept coming in with the angle. Warner's compact defense was breached and the off-stump was sent wheeling away in spectacular fashion. According to legend, that stump is cartwheeling somewhere in India to this day. And there you have it, folks. Some of our best stump-shattering deliveries from the cricketing world. From Yorkers to Jaffers, we've seen it all. Let us know what you would like to see next in the comments below. And as always, be sure to like and subscribe for more entertaining compilations from the Gentleman's Game.